Hey everyone, welcome back. After a bit of hiatus, we have returned. We took the Christmas week off, but we are back. It is January 1st. That's right. Today is New Year's Day, and we will have our annual wrestling awards. How appropriate that it's on the first day, but even though it's for 2023. With me once again, we have the man who reviews movies, TV shows, wrestling, everything in between, Campo.Reviews. Welcome back, sir. Took some
Hey,
time off.
hi. Yeah,
Enjoy your
gotta
holiday.
gotta take a little nap once in a while.
Yeah. Enjoyed the Christmas.
I
Enjoyed your
enjoyed
Christmas?
sleeping. I enjoyed
Enjoyed
sleeping.
sleeping. Yeah, I had a week holiday too, and it was pretty sweet to take the time off. Pretty sweet to take the time off. But are you ready to give out the awards this year?
Well, I don't have any awards to give, so I'm hoping
We'll
you
give
have them.
we'll have a can of Monster or something.
Okay, well, okay, that's fair.
Hashtag not sponsored. We'll start with our first category. Let's start with the first category, Manager of the Year. Who did you pick for your Manager of the Year?
Prince Nana.
Prince
Do you want
Nana's an excellent
do you
choice.
want explanations or just can I
Sure,
just
give an explanation.
I mean, I don't
Why?
really have one. I just
But
think that he's just so hot right now. And there's not a lot of real managers left.
no.
So if I'm
Mine,
gonna pick,
yeah, go ahead. He was my honorable mention for this category.
who did you pick?
I picked Don Callis.
That's fair.
Don Callis, just the work he's done earlier in the year with Takeshita and the Don Callis family. It was hard kind of not to pick the Callis family.
Yeah, I mean that was my runner-up, so that's
So
pretty
fair enough.
fair.
Fair enough. Going to our next category, which is our commentators of the year. I'll go on this one. I picked Tom Hannafin and Matt Raywald from Impact.
Hold on, I'm looking for where I wrote these things down. I have Matt Pickering and Stuart Fulton from Pro Wrestling Noah.
Excellent choice. Excellent choice. Who was your runner up on that one?
Your guys,
My guys, mine were
Molly Ringwald.
Kevin Kelly and Chris Carlton. I would have put them as number one if Kevin Kelly hadn't left.
Yeah, but the fact that he left, I didn't even put it into consideration really,
Fair
because
enough.
I don't like him on Collision.
No, I don't.
He
But he
doesn't
was
fit.
good and
He doesn't fit with them at all.
but the combination of Kevin and Chris was good though.
It was amazing.
Yeah. That's why they're the runner up. They didn't win it because he's not there anymore. Um okay. Faction of the year. Who did you pick?
Who did you pick?
I picked Five Guys.
Okay, so I didn't pick one, and the whole time I was just thinking it's got to be Five Guys, but
Mhm.
I couldn't like come with down to like a conclusion of who to pick. But I feel like Five Guys is the choice.
They had the best story. They had the best characters. They introduced Yuya. They had a heel turn. Like they had a little bit of everything this year.
They're involved in every storyline.
Anybody else that you would put in consideration for this?
Maybe Bullet Club because they had a good like little turnaround there. Maybe even House of Torture towards the end of the year.
Yeah. Especially now
Um,
with Ren Narita now part of it.
I would have maybe said Bloodline, but that storyline fizzled out by Mania and it just
Yeah.
died for the rest of the year.
Like
And
Jey Uso leaves and he comes back and then didn't.
yeah, and like I'm not interested in the Judgment Day or any of those guys.
Yeah.
So
I did put down LIJ and BCC in there as well because they're involved heavily into a lot of the stories as well.
that's
But
fair.
yeah, Five Guys was my pick. Okay, Trios team of the year.
House of Black.
Yeah, that's same as mine was House of Black with the Acclaim with Daddy Ass as runner up kind of thing.
For runner up, I'd probably go a different way. Like I don't know if I'd pick them. I just honestly I'm so tired of them.
Yeah. But I mean, really, is there really a real trios out there right now?
There's a few, but I get your point. But at the same time, when you look at it, like what have they done since they've been champions? They've just existed.
Yeah.
So
Like
I mean,
if Pac had a stronger run, I would have put Death Triangle up there, but Pac came and
he was in
left.
and out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't really do that. If anything, you'd have to go to Japan and be like maybe the Okada team, but
The
it's
Okada
like
and Tanahashi and Ishii.
yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. So with that, what was your trios match of the year?
Funny enough, not any of those people. Um, Takeshita, Osprey, Guevara against Kenny, Kota, and Jericho.
Hmm. See, I went with House of Black versus the Elite
It's a good match too.
when House of Black won the belts.
That's
It
a very
really
good
s-
match.
it really solidified the House of Black as a legitimate team, especially in beating like someone like the Bucks and Omega at the time. So, and to me, it's like Malachi Black was floundering, 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 and he finally put this together with House of Black. So I think that kind of deserved to be, for me at least, my match of the year. All right. Breakout female of the year. Breakout female star.
All right, I cheated for both of these. I ended on a tie, Julia Hart and Tiffany Stratton.
This was a hard, hard decision for me too. I ended up with Julia Hart this year as my breakout female star. But Tiffany Stratton and Billy Starks are right up there with her.
Yeah, I think Billy Starks is still not. It's next year is maybe her year. Like she's still kind of like
Yeah,
she still hasn't even really broke out. I don't
no.
think.
But this
My,
year was definitely Tiff Stratton with that championship run. Like she had such a solid run, great matches with Becky Lynch. Um, Great match against Laya Valkyria there too. She had as well. Like she had some good matches. But Julia Hart this year, I think, seems to be she's really coming to her own training with the House of Black and training with Malachi, and she's really coming to her own this year. So happy for her. Champion of the year. Who was your champion of the year?
was that just one
Like who was
person?
which champion
Oh
held the
yeah.
belt the best
No,
this year?
sorry, I see it. Gunther.
Gunter?
Yeah.
He was my runner-up. I gave it to Samoa Joe.
Okay, that's a good.
The king of
Uh,
TV. He had such a strong run. He defended it so many times. The only reason, even though Gunter broke the record, the only reason why I couldn't give it to Gunter was he did not have enough pay-per-view matches.
Yeah, but that's because WWE doesn't give a shit about him.
Right. But I mean, that was part of my consideration as well. But both strong choices. I kind of agree with that. So we are going next. Tag team match of the year. What was your favorite tag team match this year?
This is gonna be a weird one. FTR versus Juice Robinson and Jay White.
Hey, we have a tie finally. The one
Yeah,
on that collision
yeah.
match back in July. Yeah, that was my match of the year. It was a little tough for me. I wanted to put Jimmy and Jay against Zayn and Owens just because of what that meant.
I did too, but like at the same time, I could pull like 5 or 6 other better tag matches than
Yeah,
that.
than that. Exactly. But yeah, that Juice and Jay match against FTR, that was something special. And I agreed with that. I put that as my match of the year. So with that, tag team of the year is
Looking Aussie Open.
Aussie Open. I put FTR again this year.
Yeah, I think Aussie Open, they won the strong title, they won the IWGP. They won the Ring of Honor belts. They would have kept winning
Yeah.
if
Mark Davis
Mark
didn't
Davis
keep
didn't
getting
get
hurt.
injured. Yeah.
Yeah. That's twice now this year he's got injured. Or should I say last year now? But
I mean, and their match was really good too. Their match
yes.
against who did they face? FTR?
Yes. But they also who did they face for the ROH TV when they won?
It was that group match, pretty sure, wasn't it?
Yes, it was that ladder. It was a ladder match. That's right. That's right. Okay, your pay-per-view of the year.
Forbidden Door 2.
Same here. Runner-up, close second was Wrestle Kingdom 17.
Yeah, I would say that's probably my next one.
All right, male breakout star of the year.
All right, I got a tie again because I'm cheating.
Mm-hmm.
Wesley and Yuya.
And Yuya. I put Takeshita this year as my
Yeah,
breakout star.
I
He
mean
had,
that's fair.
yeah. And towards the end of the year, he didn't come close, but Swerve Strickland, I think, is on the verge of a breakout. Even
I
though
think
he's a
Swerve
veteran.
Strickland's already there. It's like the Gunter situation. He's just not getting
Yeah.
like however this turn of events. So at this point of recording, we have not seen. Well, I have not seen the pay-per-view.
No, neither have I.
Um,
World's End. Congratulations, Eddie
however
Kingston.
we've come to this conclusion is the most ridiculous situation I've ever seen. You have two actually of the top wrestlers in the world, and you bench them for John Moxley, who doesn't need another title, and to give maybe 3 titles to Eddie Kingston, who's a glorified B tier indie wrestler.
He is 2023's version of the Brooklyn Brawler.
Yeah, his wrestling skill level is equal to the Brooklyn Brawler, and he's a champion of 2 companies.
That would be like giving Brooklyn Brawler the European Championship and the Intercontinental
They're
Championship.
more those are actual companies' main championships. It'd be like giving him the world title and the other world title and then the European title.
That's true. Giving him all 3 belts at the
Just
time.
he's Roman Reigns.
He's
He's
Roman
basically
Reigns.
Roman
Roman
Reigns.
Reigns. Yeah. Yeah. That's basically it. Yeah. It's
You
been
could have had Bryan Danielson, who has yet to win
a championship.
a championship, and it would give him Ring of Honor, which is a callback.
Mm-hmm.
It would have give him a belt he's never had in New Japan Strong.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's stupid. Just dumb booking. Fuck Eddie Kingston. I'm saying it.
Yeah. Even though we haven't watched it yet, so we don't know. We're recording this as the pay-per-view is going on. So, okay. Move on to moment of the year.
Like feel good moment of the year.
Feel good moment of the year.
I cheated for this as well, and I said everything with Muto and Muda, the whole thing.
I kind of cheated the same way. I said Muda's finale, like his final run.
Yeah. If you want me to be super specific, I'll say it was the thing with Chono that lasted for like 2 minutes at the end of the thing.
During the Nakamura match.
No, all the way with again the
Oh,
Naito match.
the Naito match. Yeah. Yeah. I moment of the year for me is Muda's final run. There were a good few moments though. Like, I mean,
The whole thing was good.
yeah, no, but I mean a good few moments this year too. We had a few like
Oh, there was a lot, especially
Naito
at the beginning of the year.
for me, Naito winning the G1 was also a feel good moment for me.
Yeah, Kenny and Okada on New
Mhm.
Year's Day or whatever, New Year's Dash.
That was another good one. There was a few. I can't think of them offhand, but there were a few. All right, we are going women's match of the year. I kind of
Julia versus Shuri.
Yeah, that's exactly what I had. Even though technically that was in 2022,
But we
that
didn't give
counts.
it. We
The
didn't
review
count
is
it.
2023.
Yeah.
That counted as a 2023 review. So yeah, I gave it the same thing. Julia versus Shuri. I even kind of yeah, I kind of like the Julia versus Willow as well. That was a fun match. I wouldn't put it that high, but it was a strong year for women's. Even what's her name, Momo, when she won the belt too, was a really good match. So with that, I guess there's no doubt who the women's wrestler of the year is.
Will Ospreay.
Yes, women's
Julia.
wrestler. Going back though, I do want to give an honorable mention though in women's match, the Charlotte versus Rhea Ripley match.
Yeah.
I want to give that its due. But your women's wrestler of the year is
Julia.
Julia. Same here. Any honorable mentions? Any runner-ups with that one? No.
Nobody's even close. Maybe Jamie Hayter, but she was out for too long.
If Jamie Hayter wasn't hurt for so long, I'd put her. If Tony Storm created this character earlier in the year and had the run earlier, I may have put Tony Storm
If they
as a
didn't
close
put
second.
Tony Storm with the outcasts,
Mm-hmm.
is that what they were called?
Mm-hmm.
If they didn't do that, I think she would have been a lot stronger of a contender. They took her from being the champion of the company to being like a mid-level jobber, and then gave her the title back, and now it's on like a
Yeah.
run again.
Yeah, but it is going to be a fun run with what's her name there. And will we see Monet back this year, do you think?
This year, no.
24? No?
24, yeah.
Yeah. Meaning this year,
Oh
24.
yeah, this year's 24.
Yeah. Where do you think she'll end up
I don't even care.
at this point?
I I don't think she should go back to WWE. I think as a point of like having any pride in yourself, you shouldn't go back there.
Yeah.
You can get paid outside of it. You're rich already. You don't need that much money. Why not just find somewhere where you're comfortable and wrestle?
Yeah. I would like to see her back in Japan. Only because of the fact that just before the end, she had that really great three-way match with Azumi and Mizuki.
Suzuki.
Yeah. And like that was probably the best we've seen Monet. And she's been out a good since what, May? So she's been out for a while, and I think she hasn't really done much since then. But going on, we have two final categories left. Before we go into the final category, Campo, I'm going to spring a surprise on you.
No surprises.
Yes, one surprise. Who was your worst wrestler of the year?
Roman Reigns. Do you want my actual worst wrestler of the
Yeah,
year?
your actual worst wrestler.
Toru Yano.
Really?
Yeah.
Just because the fact that they keep putting him into high profile matches when
And
he shouldn't
it's
be there?
always dog poo.
Yeah. He's good for comedy, but stop
I
putting
don't
him
need
into.
to see him in the G1 tournament. I don't need to see him in the tag league. I don't need to see him on the pay-per-views in like higher up card things.
Yeah.
Like
But let's go on.
actually, hold on. Eddie Kingston.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that. God, Eddie Kingston. Yes, he is the actual worst. Okay. With that, which was the best promotion of the year this year?
Impact.
Impact came to a close second. I had to give it to Noah. Only
That's fair.
because the quality, Noah has not let us down with a single event that we watched this year. There was never a single bad no event. Impact had that little bit of a run at the beginning of the year where their pay-per-views were like, where are they going with this? But the payoff at the end of this year was fantastic because we knew where they were going. They're going back to TNA wrestling. And now we understand why. But remember in March and April, there were a few of those Impact shows where like, the hell was
Yeah,
this?
I agree with that, but I also think that they had to dig out from a much bigger hole. Noah
True.
is like I don't know what the real situation is in Japan, but like none of those companies seem like they're really worried that whether they're popular or not, they just continue to put on their show.
Especially now with this new centralized governing body, I guess, in Japan for all of Tokyo sports kind of thing, right?
Which it's smart.
Yeah. And speaking of which, before we forget, NXT signed a deal with All Japan,
Yep.
which is like mind-boggling.
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Um, and they're
Probably going to
also,
get real racist in the WWE crowds.
from what I understand, they're also close to working a deal with Stardom too.
Well, good. Let them do some stuff.
Yeah. So let us go. Male, male match of the year. Match of the year.
The mailman of the year,
Male man of the year. Cliff Clavin.
Cliff Clavin. Um, Kenny
Best.
versus Will Osprey. Kenny Omega versus Will Osprey won.
I put them both.
No, I'm not cheating anymore. I cheated enough.
One's my number one. One's my honorable mention.
All right, I'll
Osprey
take
this
it.
Osprey this year was something special. Anytime he stepped in the ring was fantastic. Got to throw out Mike Bailey versus Will Osprey out there as
Yeah, that
well.
was a good one. I don't know if that would be in my top, but that was good.
Yeah. And then finally, male wrestler of the year. Is there any doubt?
Yeah, Will Osprey.
It's Will Osprey. Now, we knew that was coming. So who would be your runner up this year? Someone who really impressed you that said this guy's going to have
Gunter.
a good run. Gunter? Yeah, he should be a close second. He had a really solid year. He spent the entire year as champion.
Yeah,
So I agree with Gunther. So that's it, guys. That is our year-end awards. Do you agree with our picks? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want to see more content, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let us grow this channel even more this year. I've gotten a lot of positive feedback over the last couple years. There you go, Muda.
I forgot I was wearing that.
And we've got a lot going back to saying I got just an orange sweatshirt on. But I got Ric Flair's Colonel Sanders on underneath.
Nice.
Yeah. So, like I said, we've gotten a lot of positive feedback over the last few weeks. So let's just keep on growing this channel. So with that out of the way, guys, thanks again for joining us. Kenny Omega, get well soon. And in his words, goodbye and good night.